first ever Drive-In Build On. I'm your MC for this morning, Chris Stanford from WIAC3 TV, Channel 3000. If you look back and to your left, I'm over here on your Jumbotron in front of you. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. Habitat for Humanity is really something that I care a lot about. I have a decent history with having built homes, helping build homes in some other communities. And it's great to be back in Wisconsin and to be part of the mission of Habitat for Humanity of Dane County. So it is my honor and privilege to be here this morning. It really is. I'd like to start by thanking our lead sponsor today, Eden Hunt. We're just so appreciative of their generous support, and their CEO and President, Andy Platts, for sharing his time and talent with us on Habitat's board of directors. We'd also like to thank three additional partners, Associated Bank, Green Clock, and KMA Accountants and Advisors for their long-standing support of Habitat for Humanity. So thank you for your dedication to Habitat's mission. And last but not least, let me recognize Habitat's board of directors who are here today. First, board chair Amber Shine with Remax Preferred. Whoops! Lost a few of my scripts, a little breezy this morning. So bear with me as we recognize the board of directors. Again, starting with Ann. Ann is here. And vice chair Andy Platts with Eden Hunt. Secretary Tom Dorn and with Dorn True Value. Treasurer Josh Ryder with the American Red Cross. And board members Amy Crayon with Alliant Energy, Kingsley Goborn with Unity Point Health Meritor, Christina Smith-Wilkie with Wells Fargo, Barbara Robbins with Wide Angle Research Partners, Cliff Mason with TASC, Tricia Klauscher with John Deere Financial, Miranda Weber with Baker Tilly Search and Staffing, Jeff Wiegand with American Family Insurance, and Ben Lungenbill, the president of UW Habitat chapter. So we appreciate all of your service. The board just does so much, and they're all volunteering their time and talents as well to make Habitat run and to make events like this morning's possible as well. So today I am excited to give you a first-hand look at some of the important work that Habitat is doing in our community and how we're changing lives of families right here in Dane County. Over the past 32 years, Habitat for Humanity of Dane County has given house keys and mortgages to more than 300 families. And right now those keys are more important than ever. Since the pandemic began, our homes have turned into our offices, our schools, and our respite to let our masks down. Unfortunately, many of our friends and neighbors don't have a safe place to weather life's storms. Together we can change that though, not by offering a handout, but by offering a hand up. A hand up to families who fall between 30 to 60% of Dane County's median household income and are unable to qualify for traditional financing. A hand up to hard-working folks who invest 375 hours of sweat equity, building their homes and the homes of their neighbors alongside volunteers. A hand up, along with a mortgage and a monthly payment capped at 30% of the family's gross income. A hand up to make homeownership affordable and sustainable for Dane County residents. But for me, the real magic of Habitat isn't on the build side. It's seeing how homeownership impacts the children and the families living in those new homes. I see their smiling faces, their excitement, and the pure joy of having a place to call home. Now, I invite you to sit back and enjoy your breakfast with three of our younger homeowners, Shereen, Araceli, and Serenity, in their Renaissance on the Park neighborhood in Fitchburg. These girls are from three separate families, but together have formed a deep friendship living in their neighborhood Habitat homes for the past year. Enjoy.
I really like our new house because I'm pretty close with my friends and I'm pretty excited as well.
Where I used to live, there was this big room. All three beds were in there. My mom and dad's bed, my bed, and my brother's bed. and it felt like we were all like squished in.
When I heard that we weren't being able to afford like a bigger house, it kind of made me a little scared. But when I found out that they were building us a house that we could actually afford, I was happy that I wouldn't have to be like on the streets.
We graduated college at the end of the 2000s, kind of right amid the recession, and it meant that we had to do a lot of moving in order to stay employed and to find good work. And we moved 13 times. You want to build a community, you want to be a part of a neighborhood, you want to get to know your neighbors, you want your kids to have good friendships. Without organizations like Habitat out there providing these opportunities and partnerships, you'd see a great many people, ourselves included, not be able to achieve that dream of having a home of their own, of building that community. And it's a real loss for society, so I'm incredibly grateful that they exist. And as our kids get the chance to grow up together, it's something that they'll take with them for the rest of their life.
I like my friends because they're really nice friends as well, and that I can always like talk to them and stuff.
I like hanging out with them because they don't judge me and they actually they include me and stuff.
She's definitely come out of her shell. She's become more social. She's less afraid of making friendships and kind of building bonds with people. She is more attentive in school because she knows she has a place where she can sit and she can study. She doesn't have to deal with the constant noise of having a household that's crammed into a space that's too small for it.
Come and see my house. So these are like the rooms. This is the room I work in. I have a lot of stuff in there. I just like to do like my things, like draw and like sketch.
We absolutely would not be here without being able to partner with Habitat. Our kids wouldn't have been able to build the friendships they've been able to build. We wouldn't have the stability that we have now without it. Thank you so much for putting all of the resources that you do into these organizations, Habitat in particular, because the dividends down the road that they pay are so much greater than the funding that goes in.
We love our new house. Thank you.
Boy, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Right there. For so many children, owning a Habitat home means no longer having to move year after year, so they're able to establish those deep community roots. Those roots are proven to lead to better health, higher graduation rates, decreased neighborhood crime, increased civic engagement, creating stronger neighborhoods and brighter economic futures for families living in them. Now, I am happy to introduce you to a woman who dedicates every day to creating affordable housing right here in Dane County, Habitat CEO, Valerie Rank.
Hello, I'm Valerie Rank, CEO of Habitat for Humanity of Dane County. Thank you for joining me here today. This year has been such a struggle for so many of us, and it warms my heart to have you here. Even though you're at the duck pond today, I wanted to give you a little peek into the heart of Habitat's mission, one of our build sites. I'm here at Tennyson Ridge on Madison's north side, where we have 7 Habitat homes already completed and 5 more in progress. Normally this time of year, our build sites are bustling with activity and full of volunteers. But as you know, COVID-19 has significantly impacted almost every aspect of our lives, including our work here at Habitat. While our work sites have slowed, our commitment to build has not. Unfortunately, building with fewer volunteers means work delays and increased costs. As we struggle to meet deadlines, this affects our construction pipeline, and most of all, the families depending on us. Our partner families face their own challenges. Their jobs might be harder, changing, or not there now. Childcare and school is difficult. Maintaining health is a struggle. these challenges become major roadblocks during a pandemic. Despite our partner family and construction challenges, we are building on with a lean staff, limited volunteers, and vigilant safety protocols, because affordable housing is more critical now than ever during these tough times. But you know, it was during tough times that Habitat for Humanity was founded. The idea of a global movement to build homes for people in need started in the late 1960s amid hatred, violence, and discrimination on a humble, integrated farming cooperative called Koinonia Farm. I've been there, and it's both humbling and inspiring to visit. Koinonia is located in rural southern Georgia, where both white and black cooperative workers on the farm were victims of persecution, having their kids ostracized at school, even bombings and terrorism, simply because of their strong religious and social justice beliefs, for things as simple as equal pay regardless of race or gender. Habitat for Humanity was inspired by Koinonia Farm founder Reverend Clarence Jordan, made a reality by Millard and Linda Fuller after Jordan's death, then brought to national attention by early volunteers President Jimmy and First Lady Rosalind Carter. The idea of bringing together people from all walks of life to pick up a hammer as an instrument of love and build houses around the world was an extension of the deep belief in an inclusivity held on the farm. Over the past 32 years, we've been proud to promote racial equality and inclusion, and have partnered with a diverse group of more than 300 families, of which nearly 60% are people of color, to achieve stability through homeownership. And we look forward to 2021 and beyond. Habitat is working hard to serve even more working families of all types throughout Dane County with sustainable, long-term housing solutions. Here's how. First, we're tirelessly building and repairing homes in Sun Prairie, Fitchburg, and Madison. We're also looking ahead with land development in Stoughton and Oregon. Second, we're providing innovative programs to promote family growth, education, and housing needs. This includes some unprecedented programs, like Habitat's Family Relief Fund, started this spring to help Habitat families facing COVID-related health and financial hardships with their mortgage payments, thanks to donations from individuals and partner banks. Many of those homeowners, like Stacy, are heroes working on the front lines as essential workers. Stacy, a single mom, works as a phlebotomist taking vital blood samples, but she had her hours cut drastically at the start of the pandemic, making it really tough to make ends meet and stay on top of her Habitat mortgage payments. Another innovative program is Habitat Home Repair, where Habitat volunteers put in wheelchair ramps and fix critical issues to help Dane County homeowners stay in their homes for as long as possible. This summer, we paused our repair program so we could better keep our commitment to the homes we promised our partner families. We desperately want to offer home repair again to those in need next year. And a program I personally committed to scaling up to serve hundreds of families, our Financial Capability Program, which works with families that don't qualify for Habitat homeownership yet to work on their credit, budgeting, and financial health so they can qualify for traditional financing outside the Habitat program and improve their family's financial stability. Yes, times are tough, but by focusing on uniting together and pushing forward, we can create permanent, safe, and affordable housing in the most cost-effective way possible to help hardworking families, your neighbors. I like to remind myself that at Habitat, a home is so much more than just a house. It's a place where dreams are dreamt, a place to feel energized and hopeful, a place where children feel safe and families can start planning for their futures, instead of just trying to get through the day. Because children of homeowners are more stable. Studies show that they're 116% more likely to graduate from college compared to children in families who don't own their homes. And many of those children, like Tiana, thrive after graduation. Back in 2010, the summer before 8th grade, Tiana and her mom, Tina, moved into their Habitat home in Madison's Twin Oaks neighborhood. For Tiana, a Habitat home gave her a sense of security, stability, and pride. Instead of always going to her friends' homes, now she could have friends over for the first time, which can make a big difference for middle school girls. It also gave Tiana a place to put down strong roots, study, and reach her dreams. Today, Tiana is 23 and making those dreams come true by pursuing a career as a criminal justice lawyer. She completed an internship in downtown Madison at Perkins Coie Law Firm this summer and just started a second year at Howard University School of Law in Washington, D.C. this fall. One of the biggest highlights for Tiana so far has been meeting Michelle Obama and getting some advice about becoming a lawyer. We can't wait to see what Tiana's future holds. At Habitat for Humanity, success stories like Tiana's are what unites us. No matter who we are or where we come from, we all deserve a decent life. We deserve to know we have the power to take care of ourselves and build our own futures. I'm hopeful that you will join me, and together we will keep building until everyone in Dane County has a safe, decent, and affordable place to live. To do that, we need materials to build, the ability to finance our mortgages, and staff to coordinate the volunteers who build the homes and who work with our partner families. Now, I invite you to meet 3 of our families firsthand on this very screen that are in the process of building with Habitat.
Okay. All right. So just a reminder that if you're having a hard time hearing and you don't want to have your windows down, you can turn your car radio to 98.1. We're broadcasting it right now, so hopefully that'll help you out. Now it is my pleasure to introduce you to Candy Wolfmeyer, who along with her husband and 2 daughters has a Habitat home in Sun Prairie. Welcome, Candy. Come on up, Candy.
Hello, my name is Candy Wolfmeyer. I am a Habitat homeowner, and I have 2 daughters. Sharon is 13, and Leah is 11. They are both autistic and have ADHD. They are our biggest blessings. My husband, Greg, is the backbone of our lives and my better half. Greg and I lived in Wisconsin for quite some time. When my children were diagnosed, leaving Dane County was not an option. We come here, special needs parents come here for the impeccable services. We don't leave. Life, however, has been a challenge for Greg and I. We lost our first home in foreclosure after several hospitalizations for migraines lasting over a month. Several knee surgeries. Don't worry, they're brand new now. I have had medical bills piled up. We declared bankruptcy in 2008. It was time to start over. Greg and I tried for several years to find a house. My youngest became medically unstable. It became impossible for me to maintain a job. We were paying for therapies out of pocket, gas prices through the roof. My girls tend to eat differently than most people. Chicken nuggets are expensive. We would choose their therapies sometimes over our own medical expenses. We felt defeated. We were never going to be able to find something that was completely unaffordable. However, we had hope that God had a plan for us. We lived in a 2-bedroom apartment. Their behavior got to the point that they could not share a room. My youngest daughter, had to sleep with us, and there was more kicking than sleeping. Knowing that I could not keep doing this, seeing my daughter staring out the window, wishing she could play outside, knowing she could not play outside because she could not keep herself safe. And my youngest could not keep herself safe either, them being autistic. And it was frustrating because they didn't have enough room to play inside. I knew I had to do something. When things got to a boiling point, just in time, I received some advice. And I always try and take away something from someone. As a special need parent, you learn quickly to do that. I was giving 3 numbers. One was Habitat's. It was the only one that was fruitful. I called Habitat. I only really know that Habitat helped people get houses. They told me to go to an informational meeting. We went not knowing what to expect. They told us they were building in Sun Prairie. Great. We lived in Sun Prairie and we loved it. We were told of a special opportunity if we were willing to work hard, and we always are willing to work hard, we are special needs parents. If we were willing to work hard and do our sweat equity done quickly, we would be able to finish on a rehab duplex right by our girls' school. And if you have an individualized special education plan, you don't want to move schools. They asked us, are you willing to partner with us? If you partner with us and you will pay your mortgage, taxes, and insurance, we can make it affordable. Greg and I were still scared. With not much to our names, Habitat was patient. Habitat's focus is victory, a winning strategy for the specific family. We were given classes on how to be homeowners. Greg worked not only on restoring our specific home, but also neighbors' homes as well. I was recovering from my knee replacement surgery. I worked in the office. Then they decided to ask me once if I could talk about myself for a few minutes. Why, yes. Yes, I can. So I was given a microphone. In 6 months, we were ready to close on our house. We came to Habitat with a purpose of retaining a home. However, in doing so, we gained so much more than that. We learned the value of a team, what community really is. Habitat just doesn't build homes. They build up families who are desperately needing it. They put them together so they aren't alone. They make communities. We have lived in our house for 4 years now. It seems like a lifetime ago that we had that desperation. I still remember it. I still feel the overwhelming blessing of being handed those keys. We closed on a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. We added a second full bath. The girls love the new bathroom, and we love the fact that they have that bathroom. We have a cat named Stefano. We enjoy the backyard where the girls now have a trampoline and a fence so that they can be safe. Our next door neighbor is fabulous. Our other neighbors talk to us on a daily basis, and Leah's best friend lives across the street. We also enjoy seeing our new Habitat family settle in behind us as the new Habitat settlement is there. I take my children over there and tell them, look, new family is getting in their house. I have had over the past several years seen a number of families installed in their new home. I know when my mortgage is taken out every month, it goes towards that. I can be a part of another family like mine, help get their home. We are all having a rough time right now. However, several times this year in Dane County, Habitat has handed over keys to a new homeowner. They have gave them cause to celebrate. Along with that, we can do that too. We have long since celebrated our victory. We are not done. Many families are desperately waiting. Let's drive to continue in this endeavor together. Thank you.
I would give you a hug, but we can't do that anymore. But thank you for sharing your experience. And one thing, since we can't really hear applause, how about everybody honk their horn for Candy? Thank you. Candy, you remind us of all the life-changing work at Habitat for Humanity. Good morning. I'm James Steinbach, a volunteer for Habitat. Any day you can come to the duck pond is a good day, so I'm glad to be here, especially glad to be here for Habitat. Like you, I am passionate about creating affordable housing here in Dane County and supporting the tremendously positive impact Habitat for Humanity has on Dane County families, especially during difficult times like these, although whoever could imagine difficult times like these, I hope it's me. I personally found that no organization is better at creating long-term, safe, decent, and affordable homes for those in need. So today, my job, and sort of the best job here, is to ask for your financial support for the critical work Habitat for Humanity is doing. Before I go into details, I have something really exciting to announce, which is that the Habitat Board of Directors, volunteers, and staff have made a generous gift to challenge all of us this morning to support Habitat. I'm happy to tell you that every gift we received this morning will be matched dollar for dollar up to, well, it was $25,000 yesterday. Today, it's $30,000, dollar for dollar. Thank you to everyone. This is huge, and I hope this will inspire all of you, all of us, to give generously. So now I want to ask you to find the pledge card that you were given this morning, and I'm going to hum a little bit while you look for your card. I'm going to stop on it now. Find the pledge card, and let me walk you quickly through this. At the top of the pledge form, there are a few suggested giving levels, and I want to tell you a little bit about those levels. They're really meant to give you a sense of what your contribution can do. All contributions will go toward helping Habitat build as many homes as possible and partner with as many families as possible. The first giving level, community building, is a pledge of $10,000 a year for 5 years. With your gift, we'll be able to rehabilitate an existing home like Candy has and strengthen the surrounding neighborhood while providing a family with the financial security to a better life. You know, it's wonderful to build homes. It's also wonderful to keep homes that are there and make them work better. And that's something that is really an important aspect of what Habitat does. Build and sustain. Perhaps you'd like to join our home builder level. This is a pledge of $5,000 a year for 5 years. And your gift would allow us to build a bedroom for one child, like Shireen, Araceli, and Serenity, we saw earlier, to have a safe, quiet place to study, to get a good night's rest, and to dream about their future. The last level, Hope Builder, is a pledge of $1,000 each year for 5 years, which is about $83 a month. And your gift would provide a family's home with wall insulation to keep out the cold, you know, and it is actually going to get cold again. Lastly, if you've pledged to the Building Society in the past, you have the option to add a year to your existing pledge. If you're joining us today as a member of the Dream Builder Society, thank you for your generous support for Habitat for Humanity. For those of you who may prefer to give it a different level, you have the option to give any amount for any number of years. Whatever level of support you can provide, we ask that you make the first payment on your pledge today. Perhaps you'd like to make a gift of stock or something else, or you simply have some great ideas. We love ideas. Send us your ideas. If you do, please check the next box, the one that says Other, and write in, please contact me, and you know we will contact you. Please know that whatever you choose to give today, including the gift of your time, we sincerely appreciate your support on behalf of all the families we serve. So I'm going to give you a minute now to finish filling out your pledge cards. And you can return them in the 5-gallon pails as you exit the ball field today. But I'm not going to hum. I'm done with that. You know, it's really odd having an audience of cars. I gotta say, it's different. Yeah, I know, it's like a movie. It's right. All right, so that's humanity. Individually, each of us can do a little bit, but just think how remarkable it is what we can do together. So please direct your attention to the screen, still, for a message from Habitat for Humanity's Board of Directors.
Across Dane County, families are paying too high of a price to cover the cost of home.
Rent and home ownership costs are skyrocketing,
while wages are not keeping pace.
1 in 8 families are forced to make impossible choices between
safe homes, nutritious food,
healthcare, access to good schools, and reliable transportation.
Which would you choose?
Which would you choose?
Which would you choose?
No family should have to pay more than half their income for a place to live.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County is taking a stand.
I'm taking a stand.
I am taking a stand.
I'm taking a stand.
We are committed to finding solutions
that allow people to meet their most basic needs.
I believe every family deserves a chance
to build a foundation for a strong, healthy future.
No matter where they live,
who they are, or how much they earn.
Join us.
Join us.
Come join us.
Now it is your turn.
Help make the cost of home something we can all afford.
Before we let you go back to the important work that you do in your life, we want to thank you so much for coming and learning about the important work that Habitat does. That honking the horn thing was really cool. Can we do that again for everybody who put on this event and pivoting from what we normally do at Habitat? Really a cool thing, making it work to share the story of Habitat. And one more time for Candy and her family and her inspiring story that she shared with us this morning. That's what this is all about. So at Habitat, we like to say, a home that is built with many hands has many blessings, and that could not be more true right now. So thanks for driving in today and standing with us during these tough times and coming together to offer a hand up to our friends and neighbors in need. With your support, we'll keep on building until everyone in Dane County has a safe, decent, and affordable place to live. Thanks again, and drive safely, everyone.